So you've written your Bicep, you've deployed your resources, everything is beautiful. But then what? What happens when you need to remove a resource from your template, or when someone goes into the portal and starts messing with the stuff you've deployed? Yeah, that's where it usually falls apart. Because the thing is, regular deployments in Azure are pretty much fire and forget. You deploy your templates, Azure creates the resources, and then it's done. There's no ongoing relationship between your template and the resources it created. You remove a resource from your Bicep file, you redeploy, and the resource just stays there, orphaned, forgotten, costing you money, at least usually. And if you're a platform team, this is a nightmare. You've got resources everywhere that nobody owns and nobody knows where they came from. And this is where deployment stacks come in. In this video, I'll cover what deployment stacks are, how they track and protect your resources, and I'll show you a quick demo of it all in action. Sound good? Cool. Let's get to it. If I were to explain deployment stacks in the simplest terms, it would be this. A deployment stacks is a wrapper around your Bicep or ARM deployment that actually tracks and manages the life cycle of everything it deploys. Think of it this way. With a regular deployment, you hand Azure a template and say, make these things exist. Azure does that and then forgets you ever asked. With a deployment stack, Azure keeps track of what was deployed as part of that stack. It maintains a list of managed resources, and when you update the stack with a new version of your template, it knows what has changed. Resources that are no longer in the template, it can clean those up for you automatically. No more orphans. You can create deployment stacks at 3 different scopes: resource group, subscription, or management group. The scope you pick determines what your stack can manage. A resource group scoped stack manages resources within that resource group. A subscription scoped stack can manage resources and even resource groups across that subscription. And management group scope, well, I guess you get the picture. Now, I know that some of you are thinking, that sounds kind of like Terraform State. And yeah, it's a similar concept. You get that tracked relationship between your template and the actual resources. But it's built right into the Azure platform. No state file to manage, no backend to configure. It just works. All right, so tracking resources is cool and all, but there are 2 features of deployment stacks that really make them shine. And first up, deny assignments. And this is pretty neat. When you create a deployment stack, you can configure it to lock down the resources it manages. This means that nobody can modify or delete those resources outside of the stack itself. Not through the portal, not through CLI, not through anything. You've got 3 deny settings to choose from. You have the deny, write, and delete, which blocks both modifications and deletions. You have deny delete, which lets people modify resources but not delete them. And then you have none, which does not block anything. Now, keep in mind that deny assignments apply to everyone by default, including the identity that deployed the stack. So if your deployment pipeline runs into its own deny assignment, that's pretty much why. You can explicitly exclude specific principles or actions using the deny settings excluded principles flag if you need to. So it's not an unbreakable lockdown, but it's a really effective guardrail. Now, if you're a platform team deploying shared infrastructure, this is just gold. You deploy your stuff through a pipeline, enable deny assignments, and now nobody can accidentally mess with your infrastructure. The second killer feature, cleanup behavior, or as the docs call it, action on unmanage. This controls what happens when a resource disappears from your template. And in this, you have 3 different options. You have the detach all, which means that resources stay in Azure, but is no longer tracked by the stack. It's the gentle option. If you want to have a bunch of orphaned resources floating around and don't care about cleanup. I'm sort of kidding, but there are some scenarios where this actually makes sense. Like if you're migrating resources into a stack and you want to clean up the template first. But generally, this isn't the one I'd recommend. And you have delete resources, which means the resources get deleted, gone. And this is the one I'd recommend for most scenarios because it keeps your environment clean. And then you have delete all, which is the nuclear option. It deletes resources and resource groups that are no longer part of or in the template. And this is honestly the feature that makes deployment stacks worth using. No more orphaned resources, no more who deployed this and why is it still here? No more surprise costs at the end of the month. But enough of me yapping, let me show you how this actually works. Now I have this simple Bicep file here that deploys, a storage account and a key vault. So nothing fancy, just enough for me to show you the concept. Because if I wanted now to deploy this to a deployment stack, I would use the command az stack group create. I'll give it a name, and this is in this case I'll use my demo stack. I'll point it to a resource group because we're doing a resource group scoped kind of thing here. I have previously created it, so it's all ready to go. I'm pointing to the template file main.bicep, which is this file that we have open here. I'm using the deny settings mode of deny delete so that people can't delete things in the portal, but they can modify them. And in this case, I'm using also the action on manage delete resources. So if I wanted to run this now, I'll just hit enter and it'll start creating the deployment. And while that's running, you can go ahead and like and subscribe, perhaps even leave a comment because that helps out in the algorithm of YouTube. All right, that's done. No error messages, so it looks like this went all right. If we now head on over to the Azure portal, I'll just refresh this and we see that I have a key vault, I have a storage account, so the deployment was correct and that's all good. And if you wanted to take a look at the deployment stacks, you'll find it under the settings and you have the deployment stack right here, my demo stack, and you see that it is succeeded. You can also view the resources that is included in the stack here. But what I wanted to show you now is the cleanup part. So let's go back to our resources and then go back to VS Code. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove the key vault in this case. I'll save. And then we'll just run the command once more. And here we see you get a question stating that since we are using the action on manage delete resources, it warns us that any resource not no longer included in the template will be deleted. And that's fine. That's actually what we want. So yes, let's continue. You also see that I now have a unused parameter, but that's just the name of our key vault, so it's fine for now. All right, the deployment has now run once more. Let's head on back to the Azure portal. We'll refresh and ta-da! Key vault is gone. No more orphans. But what is really cool is that if I go back to my deployment stacks here and to my demo stack, you can see that it's listed here as deleted. So even if you remove stuff from the templates and delete them, stuff like that, the deployment stack still remembers that it at one point in time was there, which is kind of neat. So another thing is kind of cool is that my kind of gripe with Bicep deployments is that I love that they're listed in the deployments section here, but it always gets overwritten. But in this case, it generates a random new name for each time you run the AZ stack group create. So that is kind of neat. Now, I also wanted to show you the deny delete thing. So if I go into this storage account and I'll try to delete it, hit delete, confirm, and you can see that immediately I get hit with this error that I'm not allowed to, even though I have all necessary permissions in this resource group or this subscription even. So yeah, that's the deployment stacks, how it works in real life. So as you can see, we deployed the two resources. We removed one from the template, we redeployed, and the removed resource was automatically cleaned up. And since we enabled deny settings, nobody can go in and delete the remaining stuff either, which is pretty sweet. And of course, as I mentioned, it remembers all the things that was there once upon a time. Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't also cover the limitations. The good thing is this list isn't a huge one, but there are a few gotchas that is worth knowing about. First, the stack can't delete key vault secrets. So if you've got secrets defined and you remove them from remove the key vault from your template, the stack will try to delete the vault, but it'll leave the secrets behind. The workaround is to update with detach all mode first, clean up the secrets manually, and then do the deletion. Bit annoying, but just keep it in mind. The second is what if isn't supported yet. So if you're used to running what if before deploying to preview changes, which is kind of nice, you can't do that with deployment stacks right now. You're flying a bit blind on what the stack will actually clean up, and hopefully this gets added real soon. And the third is the deny assignments don't work at the management group scope. So if you've got a stack at management group level, you can deploy to a subscription and the deny assignments will work there fine, but you can't apply deny settings at the management group scope itself. The fourth one, implicitly created resources aren't tracked. This trips people up, and I get that. If a resource creates another resource behind the scenes, like how AKS spins up a bunch of VMs and a separate resource group, those implicit resources are invisible to the stack. No deny assignments, no cleanup, nothing. Only resources explicitly defined in your Bicep file are managed. And fifth, and this one's a bit of a security gotcha. Deleting the resource group itself bypasses any deny assignments. If someone has permissions to delete the resource group that contains your stack managed resources, the deny assignments won't stop them. Locks will, of course, but deny assignments alone won't. So if you're relying on deny settings for security, make sure you've also thought about resource group level access. But overall, I feel like the limitations are pretty minor compared to the value you get out of it. Especially if you're already doing infrastructure as code, this is basically what was kind of missing from the Azure side of things. And with that, I hope you found this video useful. If you want to learn more about how to build modules or build the modules you'd be deploying with these stacks, check out my video on infrastructure as code modules and Azure verified modules. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.